Thank you for joining us on Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Gabe Glassman. Floodwaters in Scottsboro leaving several roads submerged and damaged days after the storm. The city hard at work repairing all but one busy street where the flooding was at its worst. That closure involves the bridge on Old Larkinsville Road, where floodwaters rose feet above the roadway and to the doorsteps of multiple homes, trapping several residents. I'm now joined by Fox 54's Caleb Agual live from Scottsboro to show us how the closure is impacting nearby residents. Caleb, are these people stuck?
Yeah, Gabe, the potentially damaged bridge has delayed hundreds of local residents who now have to go miles down the road to get into town. The problem is there's currently no timeline for when it could be fixed. This is how the area I'm standing in now looked just a couple days ago. The city isn't sure yet whether the bridge on Old Larkinsville Road is damaged or not, but it's one of several roads the city closed for repairs this week. Todd Bradford with the city's street department describes the current situation.
We had several that had the shoulder blown out. We've already, that's what they done all day yesterday and some of today, but that's all been repaired. All except for the bridge on Old Larkinsville Road. That's out and pretty well indefinitely until that can be figured out. I'm sure it is extremely aggravating. If you live on the back side of that, it makes your drive into town probably 20 minutes longer.
It's unclear how long the bridge will remain out, with Bradford saying it all depends on when the creek water recedes. Live in Scottsboro, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
Yep, thanks, Caleb. Bradford says once inspections are done, they'll decide whether to reopen the bridge. If they decide the bridge needs further repairs, it could cost Scottsboro millions of dollars to fix. A hot and sunny day here in Huntsville. A nice change from the rain we saw across the Tennessee Valley. Hopefully the sun sticks around. I'm joined now by Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, will the heat we felt today stick with us?
Yeah, definitely going to stick with us through the rest of the evening and then even as we head into your Thursday and Friday. As a matter of fact, the heat is kind of going to be with us through much of the weekend. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 80s and lower 90s. 89 right now in Huntsville, 90 degrees in Athens, 86 for our friends over in Florence, mid-upper 80s for our friends over in Northeast Alabama, 87 in Scottsboro, 86 in Fort Payne, 89 degrees in Fayetteville, up across southern Middle Tennessee. But when you factor in the fact that it is so incredibly humid outside, it feels much warmer. Just after the 6 o'clock hour now, and it feels like it is in the mid-90s across much of the Tennessee Valley. Air temperatures over the next several hours, 87 at 7, 83 by 8, 80 by 9, 78 degrees. Yeah, the upper 70s. By the time we get to 10 p.m., our summertime weather pattern has kind of officially settled in to the Tennessee Valley, so I guess we should get used to it. Radar looks nice and quiet this evening. Now maybe a couple of quick passing showers develop as we head into the overnight, but there are better opportunities for rain in the forecast as we finish off the work week and head into the weekend. We'll talk about that in a minute.
The Coleman County Sheriff's Office has discovered a dead body while searching a property in connection with a Madison County drug and arson investigation. Madison County Sheriff's Office contacted Coleman County about two suspects they believe to be in the area. After reports of a structure fire near the property one of the suspects was known to own, deputies responded to the scene where they found the deceased, presumably Kristen Slayton. Statewide alert has been issued for the other suspect, Christopher Robertson, who's still on the run. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are asked to call the Coleman County Sheriff's Office, 256-734-0343. A Decatur massage parlor, the subject of a multi-agency raid this morning. You could see law enforcement begin to leave the scene as Fox 54's cameras begin to arrive. According to eyewitnesses, agents from the FBI, IRS, and the Decatur Police Department were at First Massage and Spa earlier this morning, arresting multiple people. In a statement, the FBI Birmingham field office confirmed that agents were at the business, saying agents were conducting, quote, court-authorized law enforcement activity. And this afternoon, we learned that another raid took place in Huntsville at Element Spa on North Memorial Parkway. The FBI once again confirmed a raid did take place, and the Huntsville Police Department added they helped the FBI during the operation. A Decatur business destroyed after a car tore through the storefront this morning. The Decatur Police Department says officers responded to the accident shortly before 9:15 a.m. after a car barreled through Mary's Beauty Supply and hair braiding. You can see the damage from the crash here. A nearby business owner describes the crash.
I was finishing up my client And then next thing you know, I heard a loud boom outside. And I thought it was normally the trash can drivers that be outside. You know how when they pick up the trash can and stuff, you know, it makes a loud boom. So we get done, we walk outside. I see a whole lot of glass and stuff outside. I go over there and look, and I just see the car, and I'm like, wow. So, and I thought, at first, I thought something blew up or something nearby.
He says no one was injured in the crash and they're continuing to investigate. The woman killed in a two-car crash on Highway 67 Monday morning in Morgan County now identified. The county coroner identified the victim as 46-year-old Stevie Cox of Rainbow City. According to Aaliyah, the crash happened Monday morning around 9:35. Cox's car collided head-on with another car on 67 near Ryan Loop Road. Cox was pronounced dead at the scene. The other driver was taken to Marshall Medical Center for treatment. A Florence man behind bars tonight after leading law enforcement on a chase in a stolen SUV last night. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office says deputies found a black Cadillac Escalade that had been reported stolen earlier in the day and attempted to pull it over near Sky Park Road and Florence Boulevard. Investigators say the driver, James Powell, didn't stop and led deputies on a chase through Florence before losing control and crashing on North Pine Street. Powell faces multiple charges, including theft, felony, attempted to elude reckless driving, and several traffic violations. His bond is set at $33,600. A Jackson County Sheriff's deputy is being recognized for helping save a woman's life during a critical emergency. Deputy Brenda Fawcett received a life-saving award after responding to a call involving a woman trapped behind a tree and a lawnmower. Officials say Fawcett quickly applied a tourniquet to control severe bleeding and provided critical care until medical crews arrived and the victim was airlifted for treatment. The sheriff's office praised her courage, professionalism, and quick thinking. If you take Mill Road during your morning commute, listen up. Starting tomorrow on Mill Road across from Fire Station Road, crews will begin repairs on a water main. According to officials, the repair will start around 8 a.m. and end at around 4 p.m. During the work, eastbound traffic will shift into the center lane. Be cautious of workers on site. For a full traffic forecast, tune into Fox 54 News at 10.
Safety should never take a vacation.
The summer is heating up and some safety checks become even more essential. On this Wellness Wednesday, Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell speaks more on National Safety Month. And one Atlanta suburb is catching the FIFA World Cup fever in a record-breaking way. We'll tell you how coming up later in the show. June is National Safety Month, and as the summer heat cranks up, so do the risks that come with outdoor activities. Whether you're hitting the pool, firing up the grill, or just trying to beat the Alabama heat, experts say a little preparation goes a long way. On this Wellness Wednesday, Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell spoke with the American Red Cross for some essential tips to keep your family safe this summer.
Creating a safer community starts right at home. In honor of National Safety Month, the American Red Cross is urging families to look closely at their daily routines and identify potential hazards before they turn into crises. As summer kicks into high gear, those home safety standards extend into the sweltering outdoors. The Red Cross warns that the combination of Alabama heat and humidity can make extreme temperatures a major hazard for neighborhoods.
Safety should never take a vacation. As we're approaching warmer weather, we want to make sure individuals have an idea of what to do to prevent heat stroke, heat exhaustion, wear light-colored loose clothing, and always drink plenty of water.
The Red Cross advises rehydrating smartly throughout the day, but heat isn't the only backyard risk. For many families, summer recreation means hitting the pool, lakeshore, or beach. But making your water activities safe requires professional preparation.
For hot weather months, you want to avoid fatigue, so you do need to stay well hydrated. You need to take breaks from the sun. You need to make sure that you're using sunscreen. You may be in the water, it may feel cool, but keep in mind you do need to stay hydrated, take breaks, and get in the shade so you avoid heat exhaustion, heat stroke, heat fatigue, etc.
Experts strongly encourage families to use this month to sign up for local CPR and first aid classes, ensuring you know exactly what to do in those critical minutes before first responders arrive. You can visit redcross.org to find local safety classes and cornerstone tips to keep your household safe all season long. In Huntsville, Logan Alexandra Russell, Fox 54 News.
Yes, and Logan Alexandra Russell joins us now. The Red Cross also reminds everyone to never, under any circumstances, leave children or pets alone in a parked car, even for a minute, as the inside of a car can reach lethal temperatures almost instantly. It does get hot inside cars, right?
It does, Gabe. Yes. And as a dog owner myself, I make sure that I never leave my dog in the hot car, and I even make sure that at home, when I'm away, my AC is blasting. I make sure that they're nice and cool and comfortable. And when we go out, I also keep shoes on my dog's paws.
Really? I'm not a pet owner myself, but I can tell. I mean, that helps, especially if you take your dog on a walk, that hot pavement, right?
Yes.
It's just that can burn up your pet's feet. We want to make sure we're enjoying the summer month as well. We want to make sure our pets are also enjoying their summer months too, and especially with how hot it is right now. I mean, probably that AC is cranked all the way down.
Yes, it is.
Right? Yeah, for sure. And as we continue to talk about the summer heat, always remember pool safe. I'm sure in National Safety Month, during your time with the Red Cross, you talked a little bit more about trying to keep everything and every single activity safe, right?
Right. It doesn't matter if you're at the pool, at the lake, at the beach, wherever you are, making sure that you are alert and aware, and making sure that you have the proper training and are prepared.
All right, Logan Alexandra Russell, thank you very much. You can find more Wellness Wednesday topics on demand on the Fox 54 app. Download on your TV. Watch for free. Black Restaurant Week begins later this week. We will tell you how it supports Black-owned businesses coming up next. Jordan, how's weather?
Yeah, it's still going to be hot. It's still going to be hot as we head into your Thursday, Friday, and then that heat is going to stick with us as we head into the weekend. But I do have rain in the forecast. We'll talk about it in a couple of minutes.
Lower County 911, what's the address of your emergency room? Okay, your wife is in a bar. You said she's unresponsive.
This is what he's going to tell you. How to get out of that situation.
And I grabbed the gun.
Trying to find the first place to put a body.
No, sir.
The only thing they could do was kill him.
You want to say anything?
We, the jury, and to find the defendant.
It's that time of year again. Black Restaurant Week is back in Huntsville for its 11th year. The 9-day celebration brings together local food, culture, and community to the Rocket City. Organizers say this year's celebration will be more educational and inclusive while focusing on supporting Black-owned businesses, while also highlighting the much-anticipated Rocket City Juneteenth Freedom Festival at Big Spring Park on June 19th. Event organizers cited the importance of supporting small businesses.
We want to let people know that these businesses do exist. As these large restaurants come into the city, we want to let people know that Huntsville does have a culture of good food, and these small businesses who have been around for quite some time, we don't want to lose sight of the importance of who they are and what they mean to our community.
For a full list of Black-owned restaurants participating in the celebration, you can go to FOX54.com. Now, Rock the South was set to kick off tomorrow, but organizers announced yesterday the music festival is postponed until October. But the biggest party in the South isn't the only music festival happening in the Tennessee Valley. Bonnaroo is set to kick off tomorrow in Manchester, Tennessee, and run through Sunday. The festival has some major headliners, including Skrillex, Kesha, Murray the Scientist, and Athens native and Rock the South headliner Jesse Murph. And rap music lovers, you're in luck. Tacos and Tequila takes off in Albertville Friday at the Sand Mountain Amphitheater. The festival features Bow Wow, Trina Rockstar, and Travis Porter. Today was the perfect day to be out on Lake Guntersville. For all you summer lovers, I hear this heat is here to stay. Fortunately, it is accompanied by lots of humidity. But with the humidity, though, it's the perfect time to be on the lake or even jump into a pool. What do you think?
Well, that's great. No, I'm not thinking about that. That's great that all those wonderful people are going to be at the Sand Mountain Amphitheater. But will there also be tacos and will there also be tequila? Because, I mean, you would hope. Also, tequila is not going to hydrate you, by the way.
It won't.
It does the opposite. Yeah. But if you're going to call it tacos and tequila, I feel like an event with such a name, that should be the headline.
I feel like we need to look this up. I haven't looked it up. So I really, maybe, probably there is, or maybe there is, but to be determined. We'll find out more after we say goodbye here in a little bit. But Jordan, how is weather looking?
I mean, it's still going to be hot. I don't even know if it's necessarily taco weather, even though I would argue that any type of weather is a type of weather to eat a taco in, but also what kind of tacos will be at such an event, because there are a variety of tacos. I want to start off by talking about the sunset times. The sun is going to set tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. It is the first 8 o'clock sunset of the year tomorrow. Going to set at 8 o'clock p.m. 2 weeks from now, June 25th, the sun is going to set at right around 8:04, and that is the latest sunset we get across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee, right around 8:04 or 8:05. By July 9th, the sun is going to set at 8:03 p.m., and then we're done talking about the 8 o'clock sunsets. By the time we get to the later part of July, July 23rd, the sun is going to set at 7:56 p.m. So enjoy the post 8 o'clock sunsets while you can, because honestly, they don't stick around very long. The temperature's currently sitting in the upper 80s and lower 90s across the Tennessee Valley, but it does feel much warmer. Dew point's currently sitting in the low and mid 70s, which means it feels like in many locations, it is in the mid and upper 90s. It feels like it's 95 in Huntsville, 97 in Fayetteville, 91 in Coleman, feels like 94 in Scottsboro, and it feels like 95 degrees right now over in Florence. Through the rest of the evening, we're going to maintain that warmth. We're also going to maintain the humidity. Still sitting in the lower 80s by the time we get to 9 o'clock tonight, 78 degrees at 10 p.m. The higher heat indices are going to be with us through Thursday, Friday, and then even as we head into the weekend, at times, Thursday and Friday, it could feel like it's anywhere between 100 to 102 degrees. So we're kind of getting to that point in the year where we're settling into our summer weather pattern. This is just the beginning of our summer weather pattern, but get used to it. So just remember to practice a lot of your common sense heat safety tips. Remember to hydrate with water. Gatorade is always a good option, at least a lot of people think it is, but Gatorade contains a lot of sugar, so it doesn't do as much good for you as you probably think. Radar looks nice and quiet this evening. Maybe a couple of passing showers for the next hour or two, but otherwise, many of us are going to stay dry. A quick passing shower certainly can't be ruled out as we head into your Thursday afternoon, but again, many of us are going to be dry through Thursday afternoon, the evening, and then even as we head into the overnight. However, rain is going to build back into the Tennessee Valley by the time we get to Friday morning. It becomes a little more widespread as we head into Friday afternoon, Friday evening. We could get some pockets of heavier rain a little bit of thunder and a little bit of lightning, your typical summertime shower and thunderstorm activity. It clears the area mostly once we get to the overnight, and then early into your Saturday morning, a couple of passing showers will be possible Saturday afternoon. Better opportunity for widespread rain on Sunday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms stay in the forecast Monday through Wednesday of next week. We drop into the lower 70s as we head into the overnight. Yes, it is going to be quite warm. Your AC is not getting any sort of a break late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 92 on Thursday, a pair of 90s, 89 actually, for Friday and Saturday. 87 degrees on Sunday, 83 on Monday. So as we head into the new week, we are going to get a little bit cooler. 77 on Tuesday, 80 degrees on Wednesday. Better opportunities for rain next week. More cloud cover, less sunshine, more rain. That equals lower temperatures.
One Atlanta suburb showed its World Cup fever in a unique way over the weekend. More than 150 people showed up to a park to try to break the Guinness World Record for soccer ball juggling. Right now, that record stands at 459, and this group wasn't alone. It was part of a larger effort with others joining them virtually in 43 other cities around the world. In all, 511 people participated in the 10-second long event.
So Cup Travel and Tourism is excited to really showcase everything around the beautiful game with our Kick It and Cup campaign. And this is a great way to start that, to celebrate soccer throughout the world.
The current record holder juggled a soccer ball 8,147 times with alternating feet in 1 hour. Well, tomorrow is the big day. The 2026 FIFA World Cup takes the pitch. The first game is Mexico City, with the U.S. playing its first match Friday in Los Angeles. Fans can watch all the action at Field Day, Dostal Beer House, and Stove House here in Huntsville. Timberlake League and Brooks is also hosting a free USA Paraguay block party Friday night, with part of Holmes Avenue closed for the event. You can make it to the watch party. You can watch the games right here on Fox 54. You can watch even more World Cup content, including Fox 54's World Cup special and exclusive interviews right here on demand on the Fox 54 app. Download on your TV, watch for free. Want to vote on who you expect to take home the title? You can head over to fox54.com.
Speaking of the World Cup, Birmingham native Chris Richards is now a full participant at practice for the U.S. men's national team. So what does that mean for the home squad? Find out next.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush, fast-paced news updates featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime more your style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app. Available on Android and iOS devices. Streaming 24/7.
Hey everybody, over the past year, the U.S. men's national soccer team has proven that they can score goals in various ways and put the ball into the back of the net easily. So now the attention turns to that back line as the team tries to lock down things defensively. They haven't necessarily shown that so far, but they did get some good news early in the week. Alabama native Chris Richards, their star defender, is officially back on the pitch after suffering a lower leg injury not long ago. His defensive presence and knowledge could move this team forward in a major way.
I mean, I feel good. I feel really good. No, I'm not the coach, so I can't say if I'm playing on Friday or not, but me personally, I would love to be playing this opening game. For us, the pressure is what we have inside of the group. We try not to rely too much on what people are saying on the outside. We know that we have a certain standard that we want, which is to win games. And so for us, we've had 2 good friendlies leading into this, and we know that if we clean up on some things, but also continue to play with the same intensity that we did in the last 2 friendlies, that Friday we'll get a good result.
And the World Cup begins tomorrow with Mexico and South Africa right here on Fox 54. Then on Friday, Team USA begins their trek at the World Cup against Paraguay at 8 p.m. Prior to that, there's a 3-hour pregame special that features celebrities, musics, and stars in Los Angeles. That begins at 5 p.m. See it all right here on Fox 54. And finally, the Alabama Crimson Tide baseball team on their way to Omaha this morning. Rob Vaughn and the squad boarding a plane with the College World Series on their mind. Alabama has not been in Omaha since 1999. They'll take on Oklahoma this Saturday. And speaking of the College World Series, we will chat with Coach Vaughn about this exciting opportunity coming up tonight in sports on Fox 54 at 9 p.m. Gabe.
All right, also coming up later tonight on Fox 54 News at 9, tensions are flaring between the U.S. and Iran as airstrikes continue. President Trump is issuing a sharp warning as the conflict escalates. The competition is friendly, but the impact reaches far beyond the field. We take you to Toyota Field for the Armed Forces Community Softball game. You'll hear more stories on Fox 54 News at 9. And a Long Island Knicks fan may have made the prediction of the decade, guys. Back in his 2020 high school yearbook, Evan Voifer wrote just 6 words: Knicks in 6, 2026 NBA Finals. Now, 6 years later, the Knicks are in the finals and lead the Spurs 2-1. Voifer says family and friends thought he was crazy for skipping his achievements and using the yearbook space for the bold prediction. Today, he says his parents are finally admitting he was right. Yeah, that's one of those hot takes. We talk about the cold takes all the time. That's a hot take back in 2020 too.
It's a complete hot take because the New York Knicks have not been good for a very, 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 very long time. And I mean, last year they showed flashes of brilliance. This year they have ran the table, even though they dropped the other game the other night. But they got a chance to go up top 3-1 tonight.
Who did you even say they were playing? This shows how much I know about basketball.
You don't know about the San Antonio Spurs? You don't know about the San Antonio Spurs?
I mean, I saw them go viral on the TikToks about a month and a half ago for some unruly fans. But, that was about. Otherwise, I know. Is the Stanley Cup over yet?
No, it is not over. We still have that series is still going on. Great game last night, 2-2. And Huntsville native Nick Dowd is still playing. He had a few flashes here and there. Had a penalty last night, but he's been flashing up here and there. So we're still keeping an eye on that. But should be a great game 4 tonight. Yeah, that's gonna be. It's been a great series so far, both with the NBA and in the NHL. So couldn't ask for more with being a sports fan right now. Plus, you got the World Cup coming up. It's starting tomorrow. I mean, it's great. So,
and where can you watch that at?
Oh, you can watch it right on Fox 54.
There you go. Just want to let people know.
Yeah, just making
sure.
So
who's going to win the Super Bowl next year? As long as we're making bold predictions, because it probably won't be the Cleveland Browns.
Well, that we will leave up to your discretion.
My discretion.
We'll ask you again later tonight. All right, that's it for Fox 54 News at 6. We'll see you.